How's it going, everybody? It is your boy, Big Time Beans, coming at you with something a little bit different. This is Season 2 of the GPA. Welcome back. It's been a hot minute. Right out the gate, going to tell you guys, I am not a coach this season. Instead, I am a analyst. I don't have time to fully dedicate to building a team, drafting a team, maintaining it. Work is too busy, but I'm going to hope to get these videos out somewhat consistently every other week. I actually am re-recording this. I had this recorded last week, and then it got corrupted. So, sick. I'm going to be doing PRs, talking about weekly matches, talking about what's been changing around the league, going to be linking any coaches that are making content. It is going to be a great time. I'm going to try and speed through this while keeping my thoughts normal and as intended. Because I did, in fact, spend a lot of time making these PRs. But yeah, Season 2, this is a Nat Dex Champions League. So we have all the megas and movesets and stuff from Champions and the potential leaks and stuff. So I have a lot of thoughts. I'm going to go through this as if week 1 has not already happened. But yeah, let's just get into it. One of the changes we made from last year to this year is we added 2 more teams. So instead of 12 teams, it is 14. So a little bit more to go through. Let's see if I can remember all my thoughts. All right, so to kick it off, I just want to say there are no teams in this league that I view as bad outright. More so, I think we allowed a lot of like crazy broken things, and yeah. Some teams got to be at the bottom. So 14th place, not the worst team I've ever seen constructed. But just there are 13 teams better than it. We have Mouse 547 in the Small Town Slowpokes. Okay, this is... I'm trying to put a way of saying this. I think there's too much of the same role on this team. You have amazing defensive pivots in Glow King, Gliscor, Corv. You have great hazard control in Gliscor, Corv, Tentacruel. You have amazing bulky water types in Tentacruel and Dondozo. You have and Slowbro. You have 3, which is nuts. You have decent offensive wall breakers in Weavile and Rillaboom. Rillaboom, even like Combustion to some extent, and Tentacruel are really solid, bulky offensive pivots. It just feels like this team lacks identity. I would have loved to see some sort of maybe snow mode with Glow King being able to set up snow. I would have loved to see like a true like wall breaker, because you have like decent clean mons. You have like Weavile and even Poltergeist with Shell Smash can end games if your opponent's not aware from it, but we're not allowing Terra, so it doesn't even get the benefit of having like Terra fighting a Terra Blast. Just feel like this team lacks any real identity. That's not to say that it's bad. It just feels like there's too much of the same role, and that instead of making it feel like really bulky and like really difficult to take down, instead it just results in it, at least in my opinion, feeling really wanting in a lot of areas. So not a bad team, just 13 teams more than it. Coming in at the 13th spot, we have the Golden Glaceons in Coach Wasteca. Now, I want to make something very clear. If any coach can pilot a team like this to a championship, it is Wasteca. Proved that last year. And a lot of this team's value is coming from that mega slot. I do not think Megastar Raptor is going to be him. That's my opinion. and I am more than happy to be proven wrong. Chomp and Golden Go, proven electric duo. I really like the bulky options, or like the bulky support options on this team with things like Umbreon, Vaporeon, and Sylveon even things like Roserade I think are great. You have amazing pivot options in Vaporeon, Jolteon, Ambipom, Darmanitan. Outside of that, damn. Glaceon, kind of a fun, mascot pick. Garchomp, obviously one of the best Pokemon in all of Draft. There's bones here of something that could be really good. I just think, and again, it's at this spot not because I think it's particularly bad, just because I think their team's better than it. So again, I wouldn't be shocked to see Wastecaw do really good things with this team. Again, I'm kind of speaking with the benefit of foresight. Week one's already happened. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what this team does. I really like Ambipom. I don't know how much I like it on this team, though, admittedly. I do think it is a underutilized Mon in draft. And I think it would be very interesting to see how a talented coach like Wastecaw plays with it, pivots with it. But yeah, number 13th team. Going on to the 12th team, we have Orange County Oshawott and Coach Scal. This team, I think, was one or two picks away from being mid-table to high. Because Raging Bolt, Ogerpon, Wellspring, Clefable are an excellent top three. Bolt, Drill, and Clefable are an excellent Fairy Dragon Steel Core. I love the Sand option. I love the Double Weather option, frankly. I like even like Ditto on this team. It's just another element that opponents have to prepare for. Things like Bolt potentially being a little bit slow and with Pokemon being able to Claw Mind against it. Ogerpon Wellspring being strong but not wall-breakingly strong like its Cornerstone form, just because of how water matches up into certain things. I really like it. Now, what I don't like about this team, I think Mega Excadrill is a waste of a Mega. I would have loved to see normal Excadrill and Mega T-Tar. I think that would have made this team 12 times better, and would have been really scary. Additionally, instead of something like Aerodactyl or Uxie or Toxicroak, I think those are really high luxury picks that don't fit on this team very well. I would have loved to see something to help Ninetales take advantage of that snow, just add another dimension to this team, like honestly, frankly, like a Mega or Mega, like a Alolan Sandslash would have done wonders for this team. I really believe so. Or even one of the Arcta fossil Pokemon with Slush Rush, I think would have done just numbers. Skeledirge, though, I think is a great pickup. I really like his. He has a lot of roll compression in his Water, Fire, Grass core. And again, Raging Bolt is just one of those Pokemon that you don't pass up. It is one of the best Pokemon in draft. I think, again, this is 12 out of 14. That just shows you how good the other teams are. I'm really excited to see what Scal does with this team. He may have already made changes to it. I'm not entirely sure, but that was my thoughts there. I'm going to just keep speeding through this. When I originally recorded this, it was 40 minutes. Let's see if I can get it faster than that. Coming in at the number 11th spot, we have an all-time team name, Muddy Water My Cup, Coach Vane. This is a team where I really like the individual parts more than I like it as a total. I think you have amazing pivot options in Lando, in Torn. I think you have great wall breakers in Chi-Yu and Mega Gallade. You have an amazing bulk core in Skarmory, in Blissey, in Quagsire, even great support in Quagsire and Tapu Fini. You have Berserker, who's there. I just don't think these Pokemon work well together. I think you're sacrificing roll compression for roll specificity, which is fine when it's a Pokemon like Chi-Yu, which just presses a button. And of course, Landorus is a Pokemon that can essentially do anything. But it's difficult for me to say that I like this team, and I like its elements when it just looks like if you have like a particularly strong, like an Iron Bundle team would just decimate this team. Like an Iron Bundle and a Grass type would just decimate this team, which is really funny. It could be like a, like a Sawsbuck would just run this team. So I think it's a really good team. I think the sum of its parts is less than what it should be. I would love to see maybe a more defensively like offensive Pokemon, something like a Conkeldurr, if you didn't have that like Mega Glade. I think Berserker is kind of a poor value pick. It doesn't really bring a lot to this team that like Skarmory can't already do. Like, yeah, it hits a little bit harder with like Steel types, but this team isn't really worried about Fairy types. I mean, Mega Glade is kind of stuffed by Fairy types. So maybe I'm talking out of my rear here, but I not a bad team. Again, in Muddy Water in my cup, that's my pick for like best team name. That's fire. I love it. But yeah, that is 11th best coach or best team. My bad. 10th best team in the league after draft is the Ferocious for Alligators in RDG Dom. Wow. This is a really fun team. I like this team a lot. And again, this is less of the team being bad and more there are so many more teams that I think are better than it. Not because it's bad, just because a lot of broken stuff's allowed. My biggest hang up here. I have two big hang ups. One, I think your bottom three picks, I think the bottom three picks are kind of rough. I don't see Arboliva doing a lot outside of the Terra format. I think Hoopa's good. I just think it has a lot of role similarity with what that, I mean, even like Scizor a little bit, out on the special side at least, right? It's sort of a secondary wall breaker, doesn't really take hits very well. But it kind of shares role similarity and compression with Moltres, which does what it would want to do just a little bit better. And even then, I don't like Moltres outside of Terra. That's just me, though. That's me being the way I am. I think this team goes up plus or minus 3 based on how good Mega Dragalge is. I see the vision. Don't get me wrong. I understand the vision. Because Hydra Apple was one of the best value dragon types in Scarlet and Violet. I understand. If this thing can do Hydra Apple things, I think it's really good. I think using your Mega slot on it, less good. Less impactful, in my humble opinion. But no, fantastic hazard control with Donphan, Scizor, and Rotom Wash. Great pivoting options in Rotom Wash, Screamtail. Scizor, Screamtail is just like great. Support with like Wish and Screens. Tarek and Qianpao feel like they have a little bit of overlap in what they do. But I'll allow it just because Terrakion is like a busted Pokemon that people forgot exists. So I'm interested to see what this team does. I don't think it's bad. I just think there are better teams, teams that are ahead of it that are better. Next up, we have this team who I believe at this point the coach has resigned. I believe. I don't know. But just in case, it's Nuckfer in the Colorado Hex Pulse. This is another team that I think the sum of its parts is less than what it should be. I really think this has one of the best bulky cores in the league, if not the best. Tinglu, Pecharunt, and Alomola, it just feels unkillable. It feels disgusting to play against and has some of the best hazard control with Tinglu and Weezing and, I mean, frankly, Latios. A lot of really great pivoting options. Interesting hazard control with Cinderace. Also great pivoters in Cinderace. And Petrarunt, and even Alomola. Couple things holding this team back. I don't love the King Gambit edition. I think it drastically drops what this team is able to do, because that's kind of your only physical wall breaker. Cinderace can do the job in a pinch, but you're relying on Pyro Ball. And then King Gambit as a sweeper, as a cleaner, I don't love either. It's kind of gimmicky with Supreme Overlord. Mega Latios, so crazy good Pokemon. Love that Pokemon. So, interested to see what this team can do, potentially under new ownership, depending on when this video goes live. I don't know yet. Heading on, what is this? 8th. We're getting into the top 8 here. We have Coach Mate and the Goodnight Cresselias. Now, the more I look at this team, the more terrifying it appears. This team looks really good. My issue with it is that it's really top heavy. Don't get me wrong, Diancie, Zygarde, Celesteela, and Coco. Unbelievable top 4. Outside of that, you have Moth, which I think is quite good. You have Heracross, which is pretty good. Shaman, I personally love Shaman, but it's a Shaman. It doesn't do a ton, at least not in this form. We'll get to it. I like Sableye a lot in draft, but it's objectively not a very good Pokemon. Neither is Lapras or Furret. You have Slowbro, which is kind of a cool, bulky Pokemon, but it feels like it's just sort of there to soak up ice hits for Zygarde, which I don't love. Ice hits and ground hits. Ice hits for Zygarde and ground hits for Coco. But low key, I don't know. This seems really good. Don't get me wrong. I think the top 4 or 5 are really solid, and I think everything after that is kind of mid, which is why it's right in the middle, because it sort of balances out. Again, not a bad team, just a couple more better than it. I wish the sprites would load. That would be super helpful, wouldn't it? Sick. There we go. Coach Locra, I believe, in the Greenwood Gold Appleton Juice. I like this team a lot. There is a lot to like about this team. Amazing wall breaking core, which is in the top 2 there. Val and Mega Starmie, unbelievable. I think Mega Starmie is actually the sleeper Mega. It is essentially the prototype mix attacker. In draft, you don't know what it's bringing. I think that's super valuable. Great support options in Togekiss and in even Cyclizar, frankly. Or in Heatran. Great bulk also in Zapdos and Heatran. Love that. Togekiss is just a great support Pokemon. Torterra can win games with Shell Smash. Sui Zoroark is, I think, kind of gimmicky, especially if you know it's coming. Other than that, it's a fine team, right? And by fine, I mean really, really good. I just don't have a lot of thoughts on it, outside of, I really hope we build ban Shedtail, because he has 2 Shedtail mons. Yeah, that's scary. Coming in at the number 6 slot, we have Coach Thread and the Chipotle Choodles. This is another team that I think is pretty top heavy. The difference is the bottom of the Pokemon, I think, are a little bit better, and the top is about the same as Coach Mate. Great Tusk has just proven itself to be one of the most, if not the most consistent Mon in draft. It does what it does, and it does it well. Spectre is an insane wall breaker that can just win games on the spot. Easily the best hazard control in the league with Fortress and Incineroar, plus an amazing bulk core, or Incineroar and Glamora. Amazing bulk core in Fortress, Fezandipity, and Slowking. I didn't even see Serena there. He has Rabombi, which I think is a fine fairy type for this team. That does fairy things. Fezandipity is primarily a poison type, frankly. A lot of this team is, again, going to be riding on its Mega slot. Mega Electros, low-key is him, so I expect good things. But we'll kind of see. I suspect it'll get brought a lot. I'm excited to see what it does. But yeah, that's this team. I believe we're on, what is this, top 6 now? Top 5. Okay, top 5. 5th best team in the league after the draft. Kansas City Torrent, Coach Clockwork. Holy moly. This team is unreal. The sole thing holding this team back is, I think, Mega Skarmory's buns in single. I do. I don't think it's going to be a very good Pokemon in draft. That being said, Fluttermane, Terapagos, Walking Wake, All in the Sun, plus Mega or Ogerpon Heart Flame and Slitherwing, Rooting Aurigus, and Hisui and Quillfish. Fantastic bulk core. Unbelievably good bulk core. Terapagos can win games on a dime and is one of the most difficult Pokemon to prepare for. I should know, I had it last season. Fluttermane is the best special wall breaker potentially in the format. Walking Awake, one of the best cleaners in the format. Torkoal, all hazard control in one, all you can need. Amazing pivoting with Ogerpon and Slitherwing. Rotom Fan is there, who is a Rotom and gets Defog and Will-O-Wisp and is okay. But yeah, no, I love this team. I mean, the fact that there are 4 teams above it that I think are better is a credit to the rest of the league. Post draft, of course. Yeah, would have loved to see another Sun Abuser and just go full hyper offense and get rid of that bum Omega and get something else. Also, that hurts me to say, by the way, I love Skarmory. Skarmory's like maybe my favorite Steel type. I love Skarmory. I think its Mega is really good in doubles. Just not in singles. I think Stalwart, giving it Stalwart is such like a stupid ability, and it's not fast enough, nor is it strong enough to really do what you want it to do. And it's kind of just shut down by like most electric types, which this team addresses with Runerigus. So the only reason it's at 5, frankly. Coming in at number 4. Wow, this team is busted, and there are 3 teams better than it. West Palm Lugias and X Phantom. My good friend X Phantom. Naganadel, stupid, insanely busted Pokemon. I voted for it to be allowed, and I'm kind of regretting letting Phantom get it. Frankly. Great bulk core and Pharaoh, Koth, and Snorlax. Amazing wall breakers again in Naganadel and Mega Medicham. Great pivot option in Rotom Heat and Enamorous. Great hazard control in Cryag and Samurott. Not a bad element on this team. I personally am not a fan of Sandaconda, but it is a ground type that does the job. It's like a great budget ground type, and it adds an element of weather, which, while this team is not built for, is something you have to consider. Especially if he's playing the long game with like spikes and rocks and sand, just whittling everything down, because you don't really want to bring like a steel type or a rock type against Mega Medicham, right? You can do that, or even like a Naganadel. Naganadel, once it gets a kill, just keeps winning. Difficult thing to prepare for. Typically against a team like this, you would want to bring something to help. Like you would want to bring like hyper offense against a team like this, which, by the way, looking at this team, I didn't try and take coaches into account. For example, like Wazecaw, if I was taking coaches into account, would probably be a lot higher because I know it fits his playstyle. I'm not taking coaches into account, but if I was, this is the most like Phantom team I've ever seen, I think. Like, this is so many staples. It's unbelievable. How did Hisui and Samurott fall to 4, by the way? I don't know, like, I know Tapu Koko fell to like 8, but whatever. This is a great team. 3 teams better than it, but this is a great team. Speaking of that, the 3rd best team in the league as the point of after the draft, we have last year's champion, the Phoenix Sun Curtains, and King Kryptonate. Wowza. Not a bad mon on this team. Zamazenta Crown is busted, and I think it's fine in draft, but fine relatively. Mega Delphox is what kind of pushes this team over the edge. Because, like, there's some really great options here with, like, you know, Scarada, pivoting, and, like, Thunderous pivoting, and then, like, great special wall breaking with Permarina, great physical wall breaking with Mamo and Tyrantrum, plus Mamo can clean with Ice Shard. Zamazenta is just like a constant threat. Even his low tier threats have a ton of roll compression. Silvally, Venomoth, Misdreavus, ton of roll compression in that. And then you have Mega Delphox. Broken Pokemon, difficult to switch into. I don't have a lot to say other than this team rocks and is going to do very well this season, regardless of who's piloting it. Coming in at number 2, this was one that I had at like 9 or 10 before Grace Period. And then Grace Period hit, and this coach made fantastic changes and genuinely brought the level of this team up to a point that it's, look at it. This is Coach Dino Trooper in the Apple Clan. The only reason this is not 1 is because I don't get Cacturn on this team. It feels like it fills a lot of the same roles as Seismitoad, other than the fact that it's a grass type. But other than that, this team is disgusting. You can't beat it from any one angle. Dragapult, insanely good Pokemon. Ghost is the best offensive type in the game right now. Darkrai, insane cleaner. I don't think it's a great wall breaker, but insane cleaner. Palafin is an insane breaker, though. Same with Mega Raichu, with no guard, able to fire off Zac Cannons and like Focus Blast, not really caring off of, 150, 160 base special defense or attack. Unreal. Iron Treads, super consistent, bulky Rapid Spinner, or even like just like offensive pivot. Like, I think this is a great team. You have Wish support with Aromatisse. You have amazing physically defensive support with Levitate Wheezing, which gives you an immunity for your Mega Raichu, which works really well. Talk about another levitating Pokemon, Rotom, that you can bring in as an alternative Shadow Ball spammer for Dragapult. I mean, it's kind of the same role, but it fills it differently enough that it feels impactful. This team's busted. This team's really good. And there's still 1 team better than it. And oddly enough, it was the last team to draft. This is one of our mods. This is Chaos 6 and the Detroit Red Wingles. Who let them get this team is my question. Who allowed this? The top 4 alone would land in the top 3. I also voted for Shaman Sky to be allowed. I'm beginning to think that was a mistake because, dang, this team is good. Yeah, let me tell you. Listen, if Shaman Sky connects with one of its counters takes like 30%, and Shaman Sky connects with a Seed Flare, it's pretty much wraps. That's how good. Like, this thing is that good. Gouging Fire is, I mean, unbelievable. Same with Urshifu Rapid Strike. Who allowed that to happen? Mega Clefable, I don't hate. I think you get the Clefable attributes without Clefable price. Because here's the thing, right? In this league, Megas don't have to Mega Evolve, but they have to hold their Mega Stone. Which that was kind of the point I was getting with Excadrill. I think Tyranitar can be successful without an item. I think Mega Excadrill is just Excadrill, but a little worse. Because you're either having an Excadrill without a Life Orb, or you have what is equivalent to an Excadrill that's holding a choice band but isn't fast because it's not in the sand. But like you get that. Gengar is just an insanely good wall breaker. Even like the value picks, I think Thwackey is great for supporting things like fire in your Iron Crown and your Gengar. Sneasel, while it isn't what it used to be, is like a decent value wall breaker, and it's a dark type, which this team needed. Hitmontop is one of the best bulky spinners and physically defensive support Pokemon thanks to Intimidate. Vikavolt has webs and hits insanely hard. Golurk as a secondary ghost type is unbelievable. Mudsdale I've used with a lot of success in the past. Just is unkillable on certain team matchups. This team, I would be shocked if we don't see this team in the playoffs. I'll say it. I'll say that. But with that being said, that is PRs for preseason. I'm going to start working on PRs for week 1, and that will go next week. So if you guys like this, make sure to keep following along. I really appreciate you guys sticking to the end. I will talk to you guys later.